Special Agent Vlad TV. After this interview, don't arrest me. Special Agent Vlad TV. After this interview, don't arrest me.
Agent Vlad. Secret Agent Vlad. Secret Agent Vlad.
The FBI's rapper Hitlist, Megan Thee Stallion must die.
FBI Director Robert Lansing sat in his expansive office, the weight of decades of secrets and shadows pressing down on him. The room was dimly lit, the heavy curtains drawn to keep out the prying eyes of the outside world. Lansing's eyes scanned the file in front of him, a relic from the past that he was about to breathe new life into. He picked up the phone and dialed a secure line. After a few rings, a voice answered on the other end.
Agent Feldman speaking.
Vlad, it's Lansing. I need you in my office. Bring Agent White with you. Vlad Feldman, a special agent known for his controversial YouTube channel, Vlad TV, nodded to himself.
We'll be there in 5 minutes, sir.
The line went dead. Vlad stood, stretching his tall, patchy frame, and made his way to Charleston White's desk. Charleston, a fiery and outspoken agent, looked up from his computer, raising an eyebrow.
We've been summoned,
Vlad said simply. A few minutes later, they stood before Lansing's desk, the director eyeing them with a mixture of anticipation and gravity. Gentlemen, Lansing began, I'm about to entrust you with a mission that is both critical and confidential. It's an operation that dates back to the 1950s, COINTELPRO. The FBI's COINTELPRO program, which stood for Counterintelligence Program, initiated in the 1950s, specifically targeted Black civil rights leaders in a calculated effort to disrupt and dismantle the burgeoning civil rights movement. Utilizing surveillance, infiltration, and misinformation, the FBI sought to undermine influential figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, and Medgar Evers. The program aimed to discredit these leaders, sow discord within their organizations, and ultimately neutralize their influence by any means necessary. Tactics included spreading false rumors, inciting internal conflicts, and even orchestrating legal troubles, all in a bid to stymie the push for racial equality and justice. Vlad and Charleston exchanged glances. They heard of COINTELPRO, but hadn't expected it to resurrect it in the 20-teens. Lansing continued, in the mid-1990s, we decided to bring back COINTELPRO with a new target, rappers. These individuals started amassing wealth and influence, which we believe poses a significant threat. Our objective is to neutralize these targets, making their deaths appear as gang-related violence. Vlad's eyes lit up with a mix of curiosity.
sir. You said the mid-90s. So, are you saying that the FBI had something to do with the Tupac drive-by in Vegas?
The director leaned back in his $400 office chair. Yep, we sent out a 3-man team of marksmen to do the actual hit and framed some LA gangbangers who his crew had gotten into a scuffle with earlier at the MGM. Vlad looked flabbergasted, having thought he had single-handedly solved Tupac's assassination through his YouTube interviews, when all along it was his FBI that was behind the whole thing. He stared at his boss and asked,
And what's our role in this, Director Lansing?
You two will lead an operation going after a list of rappers we want gone. First on that list is that annoying bastard named Soulja Boy. He's never served a day in the military in his miserable life, but calls himself a soldier. The nerve of that guy. Use your connections, Agent Vlad. Your interviews will help us identify and assess future targets to add to that list. Charleston, your expertise in field operations will be crucial. Charleston nodded, his mind already racing with plans.
Understood, boss. I just hope T.I. and Boozy is on that list.
Lansing slid a file across the desk. Inside was a list of several well-known rap artists that he wanted removed from planet Earth, and he wasn't going to rest until they were all gone. Their deaths made to look like someone else did it. As they left the director's office, Vlad couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. This was more than just an operation. It was an opportunity, and he intended to make the most of it. The plot was set, the players were in position, and the game was about to begin. A week later, in the dimly lit conference room of a secret FBI facility near Houston, Texas, two figures sat across from each other, Special Agent Vlad and Special Agent Charleston White. Due to Soulja Boy being out of the country at the moment, the dynamic duo decided to go after the next rapper on the list, the first female rapper to be extinguished, Megan Thee Stallion. She had become an icon, dominating the charts and using her voice to empower women and speak against injustice. The powers that be viewed her as a threat, and they wanted her silenced. Vlad and Charleston had orchestrated other takedowns, but this one had to be particularly calculated. The world was watching Megan, and her assassination needed to look like a tragic accident. Charleston leaned forward, his voice low.
We can't make this look like a random hit. That gal too high profile. We need a fall guy, someone close to her but easy to manipulate.
Vlad nodded, scrolling through his tablet. He pulled up a profile of Tory Lanez, a Canadian rapper with a reputation for being reckless. He'd been seen with Megan at parties, and rumors of their on and off relationship had made headlines in the past.
I think we found our guy.
Vlad said, turning the screen toward Charleston.
Tory Lanez. You see, he's got a temper and he's been in trouble with the law before. Plus, the media already loves to speculate about their relationship.
Charleston grinned, his mind already working on how to execute the plan.
Good shit, Vlad. We frame him. Make it look like a nigga domestic situation that spirals out of control. No one will question it, especially with his history. We just need to make sure it go down clean.
The plan was set in motion over the next few weeks. Vlad and Charleston worked behind the scenes, pulling strings, tapping phones, and planting stories in the media. They leaked information about Megan and Tory's turbulent relationship, making sure that the public would already be suspicious of Tory's behavior when things went down. The night of the incident, everything was perfectly aligned. Megan and Tory were at a party in the Hollywood Hills, their entourage in tow. The agents had placed undercover operatives at the event, ensuring they could monitor every move. Charleston and Vlad waited in a black SUV a few blocks away, watching the event unfold through a live feed. Tory had been drinking heavily, just as they'd hoped. It was the perfect storm, an argument, alcohol, and the media already hungry for gossip. As Megan and Tory left the party, things escalated. The FBI had ensured that a gun would be in Tory's car, planted by one of their informants earlier in the night. All they needed was a confrontation, and they would orchestrate the rest. As Tory, Megan, and a few friends drove through the quiet streets of Hollywood, an argument broke out. The agents listened closely, tension building in the SUV. Tory's voice was slurred, angry. Megan was trying to calm him down, but the situation was spiraling out of control. Charleston tapped his earpiece.
It's time, boss.
A nondescript car pulled up alongside Tory's SUV, unnoticed by those inside. In the chaos of the argument, a gunshot rang out. Megan screamed, clutching her foot. Tory was confused and panicked. He had no idea what had just happened, and neither did anyone else in the vehicle. Charleston smiled grimly.
We got that bitch and her Canadian nigga. Let social media handle the rest.
Within hours, the story had broken. Tory Lanez shoots Megan Thee Stallion flashed across every news outlet and social media platform. The narrative was already set, and the world was eager to condemn Tory. The FBI had ensured that the gun was traced back to him, and witnesses had been carefully manipulated to confirm that he was the one who pulled the trigger. Megan, recovering from her injury, was devastated, not just physically, but emotionally. She had trusted Tory, and now she was being dragged into a media frenzy. Tory, meanwhile, was arrested and charged. He vehemently denied the accusations, claiming he didn't even remember pulling the trigger. But no one was listening. The FBI's plan had almost worked flawlessly. They didn't account for Tory being so lit that he missed Megan's vital organs, which saved her from being unalived. Months passed, and the case against Tory was building. His legal team struggled to fight the overwhelming evidence. Megan, though healing, was caught in a whirlwind of public sympathy, interviews, and legal battles. The FBI kind of got what they wanted. Another powerful black voice silenced, and the public none the wiser.
Special Agent Vlad TV. After this interview, don't arrest me. Special Agent Vlad TV. After this interview, don't arrest me.
Agent Vlad, secret.